Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Gooner. Welcome to another show. The morning after the night before, we won 3-0 against Molde, and it was a comfortable second half more than anything else. But yeah, listen, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, whatever you're doing today. Joining me to go over the finer points of last night's game is Kevin. How are you, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm good, Dan. I'm good. Kind of straightforward win yesterday, right? Against Molde. So, yeah, I'm not really buzzing with the performance, but it's good to see that I was kind of excited with how Pepe responded, like we spoke yesterday evening, I suppose. And also, finally, we got to see what the hype is Balogun all about, getting on the score sheet with literally with his second touch. So, it's all good. So looking forward as well to the upcoming game, which we're also going to do a preview about. But all in all, it's been a good day for Arsenal fans, I suppose. It's a good day. Hopefully you're well, Daniel, and big up everybody in the chat as well.
Yeah. Big up everybody in the chat, and we are going to do a preview. That preview is going to be dropping at, I think it's around 7 p.m. I think I scheduled it in for. Also, as well. Don't forget, guys, the 2 watch-alongs tomorrow and the 2 on Sunday. So tomorrow, Liverpool v Brighton and Everton versus Leeds I'm going to be doing. And that was a late decision to do that one because me and Simpy were talking about the games on yesterday, and Everton Leeds, that'll be a pretty, hopefully it should be a high-scoring game. So I've decided to do that one. That was a pretty last minute thrown in there. And then on Sunday, Chelsea Spurs. That's going to be a good game to watch, isn't it? That's going to be an absolute mammoth game to watch. So doing a watch along for that. And then the big one. Wow. Arsenal Wolves. Going to be doing a watch along for that as well. So yeah, do everybody please tune into that. Big up everybody as well. Remember, smash the like button. Would really appreciate that. I'm 20 subscribers away from 1,300, so it'd be nice to hit that target very, very soon. So yeah, I'm just gonna, before we get into the preview, I'm just going to big up a few people in the chat, as I always do. Big up Simpy. Simpy's there.
Simpy, big up
Big up Anish Thomas.
Anish. IG,
Big up
man.
Jahid.
Big up Jahid.
Jahid.
Big up Chadders. Big up Hannah as well.
Try and get. Big up Cheddars. I'm not sure about that. Big up Hannah Biriai. Apologies if I completely butchered your.
Big up Tubbs MD, my G, man. You're not late. Yeah. You just tuned in at the right time.
Tubbs MD, how are you, mate? Big up. So yeah, that is all the comments for the time being. Remember, guys, smash the like button. Would really, really appreciate that. Let's try and. The absolute love and support on this channel over the last week has just gone absolutely berserk and crazy. So thank you, everybody. So yeah, I want to. So Kevin, let's start your initial thoughts on yesterday, because I actually thought, right, and when the first half was a bit crap. Let's be honest. We didn't do too badly, but we didn't set the world alight. Pepe looked pretty decent in the first half. Although we couldn't break, again, we weren't clinical enough. But then the second half, well, we just seemed to click, didn't we? We seemed to do a lot better. We were a lot more clinical. Like I say, it was nice to see, I think, Nelson on the score sheet. It was nice to see Balogun on the score sheet, and then obviously Pepe. Pepe on the score sheet. I think was it Joe Willock as well? Didn't he get 2 of the assists? If I may have got that
Yeah,
wrong, but Joe Willock got a couple of
Joe
assists.
Willock was, yeah. It was a good all-in-all performance, Daniel. To be honest with you, it's a good all-in-all performance. Yeah, like you mentioned, the first half was scrap. I, apart from the Pepe chance where it just bounced off the post and all, but apart from that,
big up
we didn't
big
really
up
do
Strick
much.
Bear as well, who's just joined. Big up Strick Bear.
Big up Sam as well.
And yeah, big up the banter. Big the banter. Sam as well, yeah. Let's talk about beating a pub team, says Strick Bear. But yeah, sorry, Kevin. Carry on with your analysis of your
the game was like I mentioned in the first half was scrap, and apart from Pepe hitting the bar, that's about it. And the second half, I'm not really sure what got into the players, but I think the players pretty much upped their game, in particular with Nicolas Pepe, Joe Willock, and Reece Nelson, because they're the three most crucial players. And setting the world alight was from the bench, which Emil Smith Rowe and Joe Balogun coming in. It's nice to see these two guys as well getting on the assist and the scoreboard as well. That should really up their confidence right now. So it's going to be sad to see, because these players, whether they will be in the squad against the Wolves, it's going to be an interesting call. But I can see that I don't want to get too carried away with Balogun, of course, but he's way more lethal and sharp in the box than Eddie. Lacazette, I was kind of disappointed with Lacazette, actually.
Sam makes a good point here as well, and I want to read this out. He said that the boys play more freely and play better. I enjoy watching them more. And you know what? I have to agree with him. I think these young players are playing better than some of the more senior players that we've got at the club right now. And, you know, like you say, Balogun, I want to see more of Balogun. I really do. I want to see more of this guy, because I do actually think that he can do a job, and maybe I'd rather him be the backup than Nketiah. And Nketiah for me, do you know what as well? The thing with Nketiah, right? Every time he puts on an Arsenal shirt, he always strikes me as a player who is trying too hard to impress. So when he's playing for that under 23s or under 21s level, he is scoring. You know, he's scoring quite frequently because he's not putting that pressure on himself. But when he's got an Arsenal shirt on, you can see that he's trying to over impress. And somebody needs to grab hold of him and just say, chill, play your game. That's all you need to do. Don't try and overcomplicate things. Don't try and panic in front of goal. Just play your game. Because we know he's got it in his locker with Eddie. And this is why I do think maybe with Eddie, he needs to go out and learn his trade a bit more in the Premier League. He needs to go to a Premier League team and play week in, week out. None of this, just going to a Premier League team and making up the numbers. But I feel with Eddie, he needs to go and play week in, week out, learn his trade. He needs to go and get roughed up a little bit by some of the, like the Sheffields, look at, with, certain teams that can rough him up and that. So he needs to go and get roughed up a little bit, and he just needs to get a few life lessons in the footballing world.
Yeah, I agree, Daniel. I think on the basis of Sam's point, I think it's much more because they are able to express themselves, and the pressure isn't too much towards the youngsters. I think that's why they are able to perform. The pressure is much more different towards the senior players. I think that's where the pressure gets onto them, and that's why they are strapped. But of course, the senior players have to deal with the pressure week in, week out. That's why they are paid the big bucks. But on the youngsters side of things, because the pressure is very less on them, and they are much more expressive, I think, because they just do the things. They just play from their natural instincts. They don't really get drawn into like the formation should be this is how we have to pass the ball. They just do it freely. I think what we saw from the performance yesterday was the players expressing themselves. It was because that goals that we scored yesterday was all, imagine and see, we never scored in open play for, God forbid, don't know how long, but right now in the Europa League we have been doing brilliantly. And the boys, the youngsters are pretty much just pulling the strings together, and they are really doing well, expressing themselves. But will Mikel Arteta draft them into the senior squad? Not to be in the starting 11, but at least to be in the bench is going to be an interesting affair come in the foreseeable future, because there's a lot of festive fixtures as well coming soon for the Christmas period as well. So it's going to be interesting to see, because I would love to see more of Emil Smith Rowe, Reece Nelson, more of Joe Willock, more of Balogun as well. Because Eddie has been given a lot of chances right now, so I think it's time for Balogun to just fill up the void as well. If Eddie doesn't start or anything, so maybe give Balogun a run of games as well. That's my that's my take on it on the game anyway. The
Big
chat's
up
going back,
everybody.
man.
Yeah, big up everybody in the comments as well. Strip Bear, Nitesh. Yeah, Strip Bear. Do you know what? Everyone loves banter, mate. Banter away. As long as you can take it, as long as you can take it as well as give it, that's fine. Yeah, smash the likes up, guys. Smash those like button. Let's have a look.
That's absolutely true, Anish. That's absolutely true. Our goal of the month was from a penalty against United. Oh man, I wouldn't have taken that, man. Jesus Christ.
So yeah, so it's mad. So yeah, like I said, guys, as well. For anybody that's joined late, I am going to be doing a watch along for the Liverpool Brighton game, Leeds Everton, Chelsea Spurs. Yes, I am doing that watch along, Strip Bear. So I hope to see you in the comments. And Wolves Arsenal. So yeah, doing a watch along for those games. But so Kevin, yesterday, because how do you think? And I want to touch on Pepe, because he's had a big week. Obviously he made that stupid error on Sunday, giving the Leeds United player a Glasgow kiss, and then he everyone thought that Arteta might have dropped him. But listen, he come in, and I have to say, he played really well yesterday. I thought it was one of his better performances. And a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people in certain Arsenal groups going, "Oh, but it's Europa League. We have to be cautious." Yeah, absolutely, we do. But a lot of people have been on Pepe's case, and we have to balance that out and praise him when he is performing well. And he needs to carry that now into the Premier League. Obviously, he's banned for the next 3 games, so it's kind of a little bit frustrating. But when he comes back, he needs to carry that form through into the Premier League, doesn't he?
Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. But the bigger question is going to be whether he's going to start after the 3 games ban. So that's another question mark at the moment of time. So from Pepe's point of view, I think there's another 2 more games in the Europa League. So I think he has to play the other 2 games, and he has to score or assist in those 2 games to get his confidence level up in the sky. Because if he's going to be keep on the bench and keep on not playing games, I don't think so he's going to get the confidence again. So I think when a player plays well, why change him?
Big up Grant McRoberts. Wow, we got 2 people from Scotland in the chat today. Strip Bear and Grant McRoberts. Yeah, do you 2 know each other?
Yeah, that's the thing, Daniel. That's why I think that's going to benefit Pepe a lot with his performance yesterday. So I'm just hoping that Mikel Arteta is not going to put him in the bench as soon as he comes back from his rematch ban, because that's really going to knock down his confidence. So I'm really looking forward to Pepe playing much more in the Europa League and also grabbing his opportunity when it comes apart. Because I don't think so Willian is the answer for us at the right wing right now. And I think we'll just have to bear with him for the next 3 games. Reece Nelson had a pretty good game as well. So I think for this weekend's clash against Wolves, I think Reece Nelson would be a better option than Willian, I presume. But that's just me. But Pepe, on the other hand, has done well. So I'm really looking forward for more of his performance in the Europa League. And let's get him down to the Premier League side, and let's see consistency from Pepe, I would say, because He has the talent, he has the skills, he has the attributes to be a good winger. And now it's all down to how Arteta manages him.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see more. Yeah, I kind of agree. I also want to see more of Smith Rowe as well. You know,
Yeah.
I want to see more of. Anish says Pepe in the long run will be an underrated player like Olivier Giroud. The problem is as well. The problem is with Pepe as well. He's not. He needs to do better. He needs to be more consistent because we know he's got it in his locker with Pepe.
Yeah, exactly.
And somebody, who was it? I was watching Lee Judges' interview from AFTV yesterday, right? And he was saying that what happened last week could be Pepe's wake up moment, with the headbutt.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
now
Absolutely true.
It could be his a turning point. But he needs to do better. He does. He needs to perform like that in the Premier League. If he can do that against a big side, then a lot of people will take that question away. A lot of people will go, it's not just Europa League that he can do it in.
But I think, Daniel, I think that's one of the factors. Maybe was Bellerin didn't play yesterday. I think that can be a contributing factor to see the best out of Pepe. Maybe if Bellerin doesn't play, so Pepe has much more freedom to just express himself. I think the other guy in the right back position literally gave him the freedom to do whatever he wanted on the pitch, and that's why he was like a man of the moment. I think enough experimenting with the Bellerin Pepe on the right hand side, because it's pretty much obvious to see that Pepe and Bellerin don't really play. They don't really perform at the level required. So I think Maitland-Niles is probably not a long-term solution, but probably a short-term solution right now to get the best out of Pepe. So if I was Mikel Arteta, I'd probably put the Maitland-Niles on the right-hand side to get the best and much more out of Pepe.
Big up NM.
MNN, yeah.
Big up Grant. He said anybody that plays in front or beside or in front of Bellerin is going to be made to look shit. Yeah, Bellerin's poor. Bellerin is absolutely poor. Bellerin is shocking. Absolutely shocking. As you can tell, I'm not a Bellerin fan. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Kevin, do you think then that Arteta will give? Do you think Arteta will give some of these kids more of a chance in the Premier League?
To be honest, Daniel, I'm glad you asked me that question. I don't think so. He would. I think he has his. I think he has his favorites. He has his favorites even among the kids. I think his favorites among the kids is probably Eddie, and as well Reece Nelson, the Pep project, and probably Willock as well, because I would like to see much more of Emil Smith Rowe, but Emil Smith Rowe hasn't been given a run of games, and they keep saying that he isn't ready. I mean, how ready is Joe Willock and Reece Nelson right now, because they are not doing anything? So I think Balogun, Smith Rowe, these are one of the potentials that I would love to see much more in the first team, but I don't think so Mikel Arteta is going to do. He's not going to take any risk on this. He preferred to take risk with the senior players, but he's not taking any risk with the younger players. That's my problem with Mikel Arteta right now, because he's not doing the right things. He's trusting the old guard too much, and I think that's probably going to affect the youngsters a lot, because Joe Willock and Reece Nelson are probably the only ones that's going to be given a certain amount of games, I think, this season. I don't think so Emil Smith Rowe would be given a chance in the Premier League team. judging, most likely Mikel Arteta will come out and just say like he's too injury prone or stuff like this. He's not fit. He's not ready for the physical attributes of the Premier League demands and stuff like this. So it's going to be a long time coming
Yeah.
that before we'll see Emil Smith Rowe and Florent Balogun into the first team squad. I think he has his favorites, and I think he'll stick with Eddie, Joe Willock, and Reece Nelson for
You
the
know,
time being.
I disagree with Balogun. Do you know why I think he'll try and play Balogun? Because they've opened contract talks and that he's going to try and want to keep him. I think he'll throw him in there, maybe not as a starter, but on a bench player. That he's going to want to keep Balogun, isn't he? He's going to want to try and keep Balogun.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, Balogun, these guys will get the next 2 Europa League games at least because we've qualified.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they will get the next two. They will get the next two qualifiers at least. You know, and we have to understand that they are going to get a hell of a lot. You know, they're going to get an awful lot going. You know, over the next 2 games, and don't forget, I wonder if he'll try and maybe risk some of them in the League Cup as well. Because don't forget, we got the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
You know, we've got.
I think the likelihood. Yeah, I think the likelihood is he will get Balogun into the frame, into the first team, as maybe as a substitute player, because let's not forget that we have a very busy festive schedule, and that's gonna probably impact Lacazette, Aubameyang, Eddie as well. And it's going to be interesting to see that if Mikel Arteta, because right now on what I've seen, I'd probably just get Martinelli fit and ready. So I want him to be part of that festive period as well, so that he can play run a few games. Eddie, I don't think so, because Eddie has been given a lot of chances, and like you mentioned, Daniel, he's just overworking it. You know, he's just making things overcomplicate things to himself, and I think that's down to also confidence as well. I'm not really sure about that, but I think Balogun should get a chance as well. So let's not forget, if we include Balogun into the side, we have about 5 potential center forwards there. 5 potential. Of course, they are not all out and out center forwards, apart from maybe Lacazette, as Mikel Arteta prefers, because Martinelli would play in the left. Aubameyang is playing on the left. Balogun is probably playing on the center forward role. Eddie is playing as a center forward role. So he has about 3 players that play center forward, which he prefers, and 2 on the left hand side. Of course, the other 2 on the left hand side can also drift and play up front as well. So it's going to be interesting to see whether Mikel Arteta would include Balogun into the first team squad during the festive period, which I want him to, so that we can see a much more fluid attacking display, you know. And with Martinelli also coming in, I think it would free up much more space for Aubameyang and Lacazette to also like find some chances to score goals as well.
Big up Bertrand as well.
Yeah, big up Bertrand.
And I'll just say as well, keep it nice in the chat, guys, as well. Banter's fine. I welcome banter, but when you start getting personal, keep it nice and friendly, because
it's erupting between Arsenal and Chelsea, I guess, in the chat.
I don't want to see it. No, but keep it friendly.
Keep
it friendly. Keep it friendly. This is a warning to everybody. Keep it friendly. Banter's fine, but yeah, just keep it friendly, because I'm not going to have any. I'm not going to have it descending into chaos. So keep it friendly. What should we do with Lacazette once Martinelli is back? Drop him, Anish.
He'd probably play much more shit, and then Arteta will just choose him, because if he plays brilliantly, he's going to be on the bench. So I don't really get it with Mikel Arteta. You know, players that play shit will be utterly used in the bench, and players that play brilliantly will get in the bench. Players that play awful games will be starting week in, week out. That's the way it runs under Mikel Arteta, apparently.
Yeah, big up Bargan as well in the chat.
Big up Barga. Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. Absolutely. He won't get into the Premier League squad. Yeah, I agree with that, because it's going to be tough. You know, it's going to be tough. And Mikel Arteta, does he really favor these players to be playing in the first team? That's another question.
Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they do get in because they played really well. So yes, so Kevin, you're who for you last night was the standout player?
To me, if it was man of the match, I'd give it to Pepe because for what he has done on the pitch and how he recovered. Especially, it's easy to just say that one of the first teamers would get the man of the match display, but let's not forget Pepe was sent off and he was literally crucified by all our fans, saying that he cost us the game and all everything. Yeah, apart from that is how he recovered from this. Regardless of the opponents, you must judge a player because morally he's not gone through only that standing off. He got racially abused as well in Twitter. All those clowns that just keep bantering him, just keep calling him names and stuff. How you recover from that and to pull out such a performance. Not, I'm not disrespecting Molde here, but to just pull up the performance after a few days where you got scrutinized and where you got condemned for your team's draw and losing points and stuff, I think Pepe was the standout performer for me. But in the terms of youth, I think I'd go with actually Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson was playing a good game, absolutely good game. I don't think so. Joe Willock was a standout performer in the youth setup because Joe Willock, most of the time, from what I've seen, he gets the ball in good positions, but his decision making and releasing the ball is very slow. At one point, he had a few runners, but he keeps hesitating, thinking on whether should I pass or whether should I play them through or something. His his decision making is kind of slow. He gets into good position. Of course, he scored the odd goal, but his decision making and releasing the ball quicker is a problem for him. And I think Reece Nelson has really taken up because I can see that he's much more of a confident player, and he's taking on players, he's dribbling, he's putting in good balls too, and he's running inside the box. He's making some decent runs as well. So I think Reece Nelson for me was a good standout youngster in yesterday's game, apart from Pepe.
Yeah. So Anish is saying, have we seen enough of Runason to form an opinion? I don't think he's being tested enough.
Well, he almost make a few clumsy mistakes, especially with the Addison, a newer type of clearance yesterday. He was kind of hesitant. He was like, he's not tested at the time being, like Anish mentioned, but is he? It depends on the level of opponents because I think as the draw and as the levels get higher, I think it's going to be much more interesting to see because Runason has been making some clumsy mistakes as well, but he's been decent though. He's never conceded goals in the game that he's played right now. 2 games, 2 clean sheets. So you can ask nothing much more from him at the moment of time. But he's not been tested, and I think a bigger and much more stronger opponent would probably pose much of a threat. His game reading, I would say it's okay because the opposing teams don't seem to probe too much on the goal as well. So I think it's too early to judge on Runason's performance. I think as the matches grow in more faster in the Europa League, I think that's when it's the best time to judge Runason. But from what I've seen, he's been looking decent. I would say he's never been like a world beater or something, but he's been decent.
Yeah. Sam says, I want to see Pepe have a consistent run of games when his band finishes in the Premier League. Yeah, I do, Sam, as well. Do you know what, as well? Everybody went absolutely, literally jacked off over Willian's performance against Fulham. And since then, he's done absolutely nothing. And Pepe's done more in the Europa, which in my opinion should warrant a start. Listen, I know Pepe fucked up massively with that thing against the Leeds United player last week, but I do think maybe I do think that is a bit of a wake-up call, and when he comes back I want to see him start ahead of Willian. Because Willian, do you know what? Do you know the thing is as well, right? Yeah, we are and I actually want to echo what Claude said on what Claude says all the time on his channel. Right, we are becoming a retirement home for Chelsea players, aren't we? We are. We you know, David Luiz, because you look at all the Chelsea players we've signed, not just you know we had Czech, David Luiz, William Gallas. It goes back further than just recent times. You know, obviously Willian. And then I think we have one from Man United as well a long time ago, Mikel Sylvester.
Sylvester. Oh,
yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Do you remember him?
And we have given our best players to Chelsea. Ashley Cole. You remember Ashley Cole? Our best left back went to Chelsea. And we got William Gallas in return. Says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just mad.
Well said, Anish Thomas. Well said.
Is Chadwick in the chat? I've not seen him in the chat. Simply just mentioned him in a comment. Is he in the chat?
Yeah, Chadwick is in.
Oh, okay. Exactly, Bertrand. He said it's all good. Pepe turning up in against Molde in the Europa League. He needs to do it in the Premier League or get rid. Yeah, big up Omar as well. Do you know the problem is as well, right? Yeah. Let's see. The problem is as well that we need to. Do you know what is this? The fan base is so reactionary. Let's have a look.
Yeah, saying so, Bertrand. Rather than Sylvester, I would have gone for West Brown at that time. You know, between Sylvester and West Brown, I would have gone for West Brown because both were, oh man, both were on the decline, to be honest. But I'd rather take West Brown. If back then we had an option, you know, Sylvester was scrap.
Yeah, do you know what? I love the banter in the comments between Strip Bear and everybody.
Strip Bear and
yeah, just flying the flag for Chelsea. But you know what? Right, banter's good, and this is what I was saying. Banter's, you know, if you can't take the banter, then you shouldn't give it. But banter's good. You know, you have to.
Strip Bear is literally taking the entire chat. Strip Bear, big up yourself, man. You're taking the entire chat over there.
Yeah, banter's good. As long as it's harmless, that's fine. As long as, you know, we like a nice chat room. And listen, when Arsenal beat Chelsea on Boxing Day at the Emirates, it's going to be the whole chat versus Strip Bear.
I want to see Strip Bear in the chat. I want to see Strip Bear in the chat.
So yeah, remember guys, smash that like button. I want to see that like button smashed. Smash the like button.
Ooh, it hurt a lot, Anish. It hurt a lot. Listeiner, Jesus Christ, what a signing that was. Dennis Suarez as well. Kim Karlstrom, another. Jeez.
So yeah, big up everybody in the chat. Who was worse? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, man. Jesus Christ.
MN.
Is it MN or NN?
Yeah, MN. Alphabet MN.
Yeah, Mike November.
Yeah.
Mike November.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. I
exactly.
thought I was. Yeah. Yeah, he said who's worse, Sylvester or Scalacci?
Oh man. Both.
Oh Jesus
both.
Christ. Yeah, they were both shit. They were both shit. Strip Bear says we buy Chelsea's retired players; they just buy new ones. Yeah, that's mad. But big up everybody in the chat. So Kevin, go in. What do
Yeah,
you
go on,
think?
Danny.
What do you think Arteta should do in the remainder of the Europa League games?
Play much more of the kids. I'd love to see them given a much more opportunities, Daniel. I was kind of upset that Balogun didn't start the game yesterday. He just came off from the bench, but I want to see much more of these players in. Of course, Pepe is not forgiven because he's going to be in the starting
Yeah,
lineup in the Europa League because he's serving that currently 3-match ban. So Pepe, of course, retains his spot. I don't want to see Lacazette, even though like people keep saying and fans keep saying that they want to get his confidence up so that he score a few goals. I don't think so. Lacazette is done and dusted out here. To me, I'd rather have all the youngsters into the squad, just play them in for the remaining games, and then get in your big guns, maybe from the knockout stages and the last 32 or whatever you call it. Just play the youngsters up until that level because I think the youngsters are playing much more expressive football. They don't seem to be scared. They are just fearless, they're just going in, expressing themselves. They are doing they just play football like playing street football, and that's what I want to see from the players actually. But the youngsters are the one that's doing it right now, and the senior players don't seem to get it. So I want Arteta to retain the same squad. Apart from Lacazette, this Granit Xhaka, I don't really want to see these guys anymore in the squad
no,
actually. But I would love to see much more of Joe Willock, Reece Nelson, and then who's the other? There's a few more players that they brought in through the academy as well. Give all of them a run. Give all of them a run for the last two games. This is what I want to see from Mikel Arteta. And those who performs better, at least have them on the bench when it comes to Premier League fixtures. We are not asking them to start the game, but at least just put them on the bench. At least you have a different dimension of game changes on the bench. That's what we need. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing the same old faces which comes in the substitute bench and just does nothing when they are brought on. So I want to see some game changers, a potential game changers when a youngster plays well in the Europa League, so that you have another new dimension of players to just come in and just because let's be honest, the opposing team wouldn't know what these players are capable of. I mean, every team in the Premier League knows what if Granit Xhaka comes out from the bench, they know that he's one-footed, he can't turn, he can't spin, he can't do anything. He's not two-footed and all this. So we all know what Granit Xhaka is all about. We all know what El Neni is all about. It's not going to be tactical genius if an opposing team finds out about our weakness. But when you have the surprise package of youngsters in the bench, I think that can really, really play out to be our advantage for the moment of time. That's what I believe Mikel Arteta should do.
yeah, and that's the thing. I want to see these. I want to see. I want to see these young players be given a chance in the Premier League because they've proven enough now. Some of them that they should be given a start.
Yep.
Do you not think so, Kevin? Do you not think that they?
Yes, exactly.
I know
They deserve a start.
This is probably the best time if Arteta wants to prove everybody wrong is play some of the youngsters.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how bad can it get? How bad can it get? Our senior players are doing shit all. So I think it can't get any much worse than playing the youngsters right now. Because playing the senior squad, we all may just brag on and just losing about 1-0 or a 2-1 and stuff like this. But how bad can the youngsters perform? Even though if they perform bad, they're willing to learn their trade. And that's what I like about youngsters because they're not going to do the same mistake again if they're given another chance because our senior players keep doing the same mistake week in week out and we just keep on saying like no, let's give him another run, he's probably playing in the wrong position and all this. The youngsters would be grateful for the time that they're given on the pitch, and I think they'll grab it by the neck. So I think that's when Mikel Arteta has to play them, and I think a run of games should be given to them. And during this festive period, I think it's the best chance for all these youngsters to shine.
Um, yeah, big up Bertrand's back in the chat. Let's have a look here. Yeah, big up Russ Morgan as well in the chat. Remember, guys, smash the like button as well. Come on, there's lots of you watching, and if you've not smashed it already, smash it. Yeah, I agree with you, Bargain. He says, I want to see Balogun and Reese on the Prem bench. Anish says, yeah, because a lot of people are talking about Chelsea's owner. A lot of people, Anish said, we also had a Russian owner, and we transferred him to Everton.
Yeah, we gave the wrong Russian owner, Osmanov, to Everton. Now, one thing, we got rid of the ball-headed fraud back to AC Milan.
Yeah, big up Miss Melina.
It's the same one, Simpy. It's
Yeah,
the one that I've been.
So yeah, big up everybody. Yes, smash the
big
granny
up Miss Melina.
Yeah, big up Miss Melina in the chat. Miss Melina. So yeah, big up to you. So yeah, I want to see that. I do want to see that, to be honest. I want to see you know, some of these young players be given a chance, because these experienced players who are not performing have had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and they just squander it every single time.
Yeah, exactly. Why can't these young players get an opportunity?
Tubbs
That's what I just don't get it.
Tubbs ND said, I don't even think a single Arsenal player can get into the Bayern team. Maybe Aubameyang. Maybe Aubameyang. If he's on form, an in-form Aubameyang with Lewandowski. Could you imagine that? That'd just be...
I think right now, not a single Arsenal player would make it, Daniel. I think Lewandowski is levels above right now, you know. Aubameyang has had a dry patch right now, and I don't think so. Aubameyang even can overthrow Lewandowski. So for the time being, I would say there's no changes. Not even an Arsenal player would get in right now.
do you know what? I'm going to get on in this as well. Comparing Chelsea to Arsenal is abuse. Hey, Chelsea only became successful when you got Roman Abramovich.
2004. 2004.
You may have the more trophy. You may have the more trophies in recent times, but you ain't got the history. You ain't got no history.
Daniel, let's not be history merchants right now. Oh, Daniel, let's not go in that route, man.
Oh yeah, Aubameyang and Lewandowski was together at Dortmund. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, they were.
Took Balogun 30 seconds to score. Yes. What else we got? Let's have a look. Yeah, check. Chelsea. Oh my God, Chelsea fans. Hey, listen, it's all going to come to a head on Boxing Day. Boxing Day, Chelsea, Arsenal, Chelsea.
I just hope Arsenal don't lose. That's going to
be a fun. That's going to be a fun watch along. That is going to be a fun watch along. Yeah, that's
if we lose that game, oh man.
If we lose that game, I'm hibernating for a year. I will say this though. I'm not really, you know, obviously I can't stand Chelsea, but I will say this: I do hope you lot beat Spurs on Sunday. If you lot let Spurs win, do you know what I mean? You lot have got to beat Spurs. Absolutely smash them.
Daniel, if Spurs were to beat Chelsea this coming weekend, do you think Spurs are genuine contenders for the title? Quick question, Daniel.
Oh, Anish. Anish says, let's face it, guys, Chelsea are the bigger, better club in London with bigger ambition in London.
Yeah, I agree. The
And
last
we're not
15 years
even
says it all.
second. Thing is, though, thing is, it's oh my god. Do you know what? This is a debate. Do you know what? Who's the better club, Arsenal, Chelsea? This would make a good debate around the time of the match. I might keep this on ice and do it as a debate.
I can sense Nitesh is roaming around, just finding out a point to come out with a debate. You know, I can see, I can sense, I can smell Nitesh around. A debate. He's waiting for it. He's waiting for it.
Yeah, easy. Strip Bear, listen, I've just seen your comment to Sam. That's completely unacceptable. Don't get personal. That is your warning. That's your second warning. Don't get personal. I've just seen that. So I'm not going to tolerate that. Yeah. So yeah, big up everybody in the chat. Bargan, listen, I ain't tolerating that in the chat. I'm not tolerating that in the chat. I've seen it, and I'm not tolerating that. I'm not tolerating it. I don't mind banter, as I said, guys. I don't mind banter, and I don't mind. But that comment was unacceptable.
Yeah, that was over the limit, man.
I ain't repeating it, Russ, but I'm not tolerating that. I'm sorry. But big up, there's like still 17 people watching though, which is fantastic.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
So yeah, guys, do the 17 of you in the chat, smash the like button. And also, like I said, I am going to be doing the watch along. So I've got the Premier League watch alongs tomorrow. Got the Premier League watch alongs tomorrow. So Liverpool, Brighton, and Everton, Leeds, and then on Sunday Chelsea, Spurs, and Wolves, Arsenal. So yeah, Wolves, Arsenal. So yeah, that's going to be two great watch-alongs. But yeah, big up everybody in the chat.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So everybody tune in. Everybody tune in for that. You know, there's going to be lots and lots of you guys. Hopefully in the watch-along. And yeah, smash the like button. Would really appreciate that. And what are we on? We're on 50 minutes. So what I'll do is I'll take some questions from you guys. Me and Kevin will take some questions. Yeah. If that's all right with you, Kevin, we'll take some.
Yeah. Let's do it, Daniel.
Let me scroll down here because I've lost my place. Bear with me. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Absolutely. David Alaba, any time of the day, man. Good player.
Uh,
That was the thing, Anish. I didn't really like Mustafi getting the captain's armband yesterday. It made no sense. Like, where's this club's heading? I just don't get it. Why did Mustafi get the armband? I understand he's the most senior player in the squad, but Mustafi of all people, Jesus Christ.
big up.
It's kind of a mess.
Big up. Who's that? Ergines. Apologies if I've completely butchered your name.
Herb Jeans. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah. But yeah, big up you guys in the chat.
Daniel, a quick question for you, man. I think this one Anish just mentioned it, but I just want to ask. Apart from all our senior players, of course, we have this 5 captain bullshit and all this, but did Mustafi really deserve the armband yesterday? Or would you rather giving it to one of the youngsters over there? What do you think, Daniel?
So Bargain saying season prediction. Sorry, did you read a question, Kevin? Sorry, I was completely.
Yeah, I was asking you whether Mustafi deserved the. Did he really deserve the armband yesterday? Because
I'm
at one point,
sure, I'm not.
Or would you rather see one of the youngsters just getting the armband?
Yeah, I'm not so sure. So yeah, Bergin's asking season prediction. Sorry, can I have a think about that, and I'll answer it in a little while close to the end of the stream. I need a little time to think about that. But yeah, that's so Kevin Bergen saying season prediction. I remember we did this at the start, my season prediction, but what's yours now? Have you changed yours for Arsenal?
Not exactly, Daniel. Not exactly. I was trying to be much more optimistic. Actually, I did mention that as soon as the season resumes, probably my prediction would change. My season review would probably change. But I don't think so. The performance has ever changed, and not to mention the result has been getting worse, I would say. So if there's only thing I can change is probably a much more worse finish or something. But I'm going to stick with what I predicted earlier. I don't think so. We will get top 4 with the season, with how the season has been going so far. But things might change. We never know, because we were all saying the season defining is probably going to be Leeds, Wolves, and Spurs. So I'm still going to give it some time, these 3 games. Then probably I'd decide whether I'd stick with my original season prediction, or it can go even worse than that.
Yeah, bear with Kevin. Could you read out some of the comments? My wife just wants to say something.
Shut the lounge door to go and
let all right.
I've got to put the sheets down. He's plaster for the park.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Can you just shut the door
I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Chadwick, I get it. Mustafi is a hard to grasp, but guy has good game, but he always makes a bonehead play. Yeah, I agree with that, Chadwick. But the problem is Mustafi doesn't have that senior presence. We all saw the performance against Leicester that literally Gabriel was schooling him. So I don't think so. Mustafi is an ideal candidate. Probably give it to Lacazette if he was still on the pitch. But other than that, I don't think so. Mustafi should be given the armband. Worst come to worst, if in dire straits, probably give it to Holding.
Apologies, guys. I'm back. The dog's just come back from the free run. I had to sort something out. Apologies for that.
Yeah, no worry, Daniel. No worry.
But I missed a question. Let me. NMN is asking, would we sign David Alaba from Bayern?
Yeah, answer that, Daniel.
I'd take him all
Absolutely.
day long. Take him all day long, mate. I would even pay for his airfare over here. Do you know what I mean?
What a
But yeah.
player, man.
Yeah, I would take him. Melini is asking, would we still take Coutinho on loan? I would take Coutinho in a heartbeat. You know, I really like that player.
But saying so, Daniel, if you were to take such player, Coutinho and all this, don't you think that it would slow down the progress of Emil Smith-Rowe, Joe Willock, and players like this in this mold, you know?
Yeah. Melina, you had to ask the question, Boris Johnson or Donald Trump? I guess I'm probably best placed to answer this one. Do you know what, right? Do you know what? I'm going to actually, I'm going to probably cause a massive shitstorm here. But I would probably say Donald Trump over Boris Johnson. The only reason I say that
Whoa!
no. Hold on, listen. The only reason I say that is because Boris Johnson, I don't trust that guy, and I don't trust Donald Trump. But at least he had the bollocks to kind of say stuff. Boris just hides away from stuff, whereas Donald Trump never hid away from he always stood by what his decisions. Okay, I'm not saying that his decisions were right, and I'm not saying that they were always right, but he always stood out and fronted it, and he got a lot of flack for that. Whereas Boris makes a decision, he doesn't stand by it, and he's a coward, an absolute coward. At least Donald Trump's not a coward. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least he might say controversial stuff, but he'll always stand up for what he believes in. Whereas Boris Johnson's just an absolute clown. Do you know what I mean? Big up Grant. Grant's back in the building. If Arsenal see fans as customers, should they not take up the customers always right policy? Because then we'll be able to move forward as a club.
That's a good one.
And might make the correct choices. Well, Grant, you'd like to think so, mate, but unfortunately, this is Arsenal. They're only interested in money. Do you know what I mean? They're only interested in money. Let me have a look. Reese or Balogun, says Miss Melina. And I'll let you answer that, Kevin.
I'd go with Reese. For the time being, it's Reese. Balogun has just played 2 games right now, so I think for the time being, I'll go with Reese right now. If Balogun gets a good run of consistent games, and if he keeps performing like how he did yesterday in that short spell, I think Balogun also is in contention. But right now, it's Reese, from what I've seen in the Europa League, though.
Yeah, guys, fire up the likes, smash the likes. Remember, guys, everybody, the 2 watch-alongs tomorrow: Liverpool, Brighton, Everton, Leeds, and then Chelsea, Spurs on Sunday, and Wolves, Arsenal. So yeah, it's going to be really good watch-alongs.
Big up Randy Viper, long time, man. Joined in the party in the middle of it.
Let's have a look. Let me try and scroll down for your comments. Oh, big up Randy. Randy's back in the chat. Big up Randy. Big up to you, the legend killer.
The soothing voice. Come on, the soothing gooner, man. Come on, let's get the vibes on. The soothing gooner.
Oh my god. If anybody else calls me the soothing gooner, man, seriously, I do not have a soothing voice, man. Jesus Christ. Hey, just ask Suzanne whether I have a soothing voice or not.
Voice at night time with your fucking snoring.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Okay, we just got a new name, the Snoring Gooner.
Come in now, Yabby.
Uh,
Come in, Yab. Just come in.
let's have a look.
Boy.
Big up Taib, man. Big up Taib. Member of the Poom.
Chadwick said they both had great hair. Let me try and let's have a look. Chadwick says, who gets to go to games? Which comment are you reading? I'm missing that out.
When I have a cough, I don't need cough drops to soothe my throat. I have Daniel to soothe my throat. Oh, yeah.
Hey, mate, you can't. Who was that? Randy put that.
Randy. Oh, man, Jesus Christ.
Taib the Poonmeister is in the chat. Wow. Chadwick said, I figure you drop £1,000, Arsenal will want you. Yeah, mate, they probably would. They probably would.
Taib, definitely. I will call you. Just give me some time, man. The time difference is really crazy, man. 8 hours difference. That's what really catching up to me, you know. But no worries, man. I'll give you a call, man. No worries on that, man.
And Taib, I've not got you on WhatsApp, so we'll have to sort that out at some point.
I'll send you his number, Daniel. I'll send you his number.
Yeah, and 16 of you watching live, smash the like button if you've not done so already.
Oh, Taib, I'm sure you'll do that. You'll sure do that, man.
So yeah, smash the like button, guys, and yeah, Sam. Before we go any further with the comments as well, I just want to publicly apologise to you for the comment that you received earlier. Do you know what I mean? Like that's completely completely unacceptable in the chat room, and you know I take full responsibility for that as it's my channel. So yeah, like that, you know, that will never ever happen on this channel. Anything like that, anything will, you know, that will not be tolerated.
Tolerated, yep.
That was completely against all the rules and completely out of order. And big up 19 people watching live. Wow. I hope this is active in the chat for the watch along tomorrow. So
big up Brownie, big up Adam. Come on, Adam.
Big up who?
Adam's in the chat. Football with Brownie.
Yeah, big up Adam. Big up Adam in the chat. Our resident sheep shagger. So yeah, big up to you.
Sam, you're a pro, man. Sam, you're a pro, Sam. You're a pro. Big up Uncle Sam, man. I'm really sorry for what has happened, man, but you dealt it like a pro, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. No worries, Sam, mate. No worries at all. Oh my God, I've just seen Randy and Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm talking about.
Brownie just woke up. Yeah, big up Brownie. So yeah, guys, get your questions in because we pretty much covered the review. We've pretty much talked about it. So yeah, put your questions in. And everybody, please tune in tonight to the preview at 7 p.m. I'm not sure who's joining me. I don't know. Kevin, I think, are you joining for that? The preview?
What time is it, Daniel?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Oh, this I have to get back on you, Daniel, because this is a bit late for me. I will try to check it out on you.
Yeah. Let's have it. So yeah, big up, guys. Let's read some of the comments. So yeah,
Oh man.
So yeah, get your questions in, guys, and we'll answer them for a little while because we've pretty much covered everything. But seeing as there's a lot of you in the chat, like yesterday, we'll keep it going with questions and comments, and big up everybody. And you know what I've noticed as well, and this is I want to pay tribute to you guys as well, because I'm getting a different crowd. I get a different crowd in the evening, and I get a different crowd in the morning, such as the amount that people are subscribing. And yeah, like I say, I'm close to 1,300 subscribers. So if we can push that, that would be brilliant. Yeah, keep smashing that like button, and it really does help the channel grow. Taib, what was the most embarrassing moment in my life? Do you know what? I actually don't have one. Oh yes, I probably do actually. So yeah, the most embarrassing moment in my life was probably when I ended up. Okay, so oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to share this on stream. So I was at college, and I got mortal drunk, like proper drunk. And I need big up Randy, who's 3:37 a.m. And he's still watching the stream. But yeah, I got mortal drunk and I needed the toilet, and I locked myself out of my room, essentially with no clothes on, and couldn't get back in, and had to wait for the warden to let me in. Also, I was seen on camera running up and down my dormitory at college, stark naked, and the wardens were having a laugh watching me on camera. So yeah.
I can imagine that. Jeez, Christ.
Randy's asking us what's our favorite food. Mine's got to be steak.
Nasi lemak, bro. Nasi lemak, bro.
Steak. Yeah, you got to beat steak. Big up Chris Hambridge in the chat.
Big up Gunner 10 as well. Someone's new. Hit the like and subscribe if you're still new to the channel, mate. Gunner 10, big up yourself.
Yeah, big up Gunner 10 as well. Remember, guys, do subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, Brownie, unfortunately, that the bigger channels get, the more you get that. But do you know what? I always say that the 95%, 98% of you guys pretty decent. It's only a small percentage of people that that take it too far. But I'm not going to tolerate comments like that. Especially especially with comments like that. Like I said, banter,
kind of abusive.
Banter is fine, but that was taking it too far. in my opinion.
I agree, Taib. I agree, but I'm not going to read out that comment though. I agree though.
Yeah, big up Chris Ambridge as well. Yeah, we're doing good, mate. Thanks for tuning in. I've not seen you in the chat before, so you're a new subscriber. Thank you. Let's have a look. Yeah, so Tubbs India, I don't know what that dish is, mate. Chinese for Taib.
I'm not going to answer it.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Taib with the jokey comments, man. Taib with the jokey comments.
What have you done, Taib? Taib, we gotta talk, man. We gotta talk.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Taib, what are you doing? But big up 17 of you watching. Remember, if you've not done so already, smash the like button. And don't forget, guys, I will be back tonight with a preview. And I will be back tomorrow with 2 watch-alongs, Liverpool-Brighton, or Brighton-Liverpool, as Brighton are the home team, and Everton-Leeds. So those videos are up there. Go and smash the like on both of those. And Sunday, Spurs, Chelsea Spurs, and Wolves Arsenal are the 2 watch-alongs. So yeah, big up every single one of you. There's lots and lots and lots of great content coming over the weekend. And if you're new to the channel, smash the like button, subscribe, all that jazz. All the platforms, Twitter, Facebook, do follow me on those. Would really appreciate that. So yeah, big up each and every one of you. So Kevin, I think what we'll do is I think this is probably a good time to wrap up.
Yeah, sure thing, Daniel.
So yeah, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you?
Okay, first and foremost, thanks for having me on, Daniel, for this match recap as well. And don't forget, I'll be doing a prediction show in Simpy's channel. So Simpy's YouTube channel, do check the channel out and give a like and subscribe to the channel, because I'll be going on there in another hour's time, because we'll be doing a prediction show. And of course, so big up Simpy as well. Big up all you guys in the chat. You guys can find me in Twitter at KevinMark434. And of course, Daniel, like you mentioned, with his watch-alongs tomorrow with the Liverpool-Brighton. So don't forget, tune in for that as well. I think that's the first game. So do give a love and some share and support to his content as well, because you can find me as well, probably joining in the watch-along, which I will duly notify him in the coming times, of course. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for having me on, Daniel, once again.
Yeah, no worries. And listen, it's been great show, great review. And yeah, do go check out Kevin's channel and do catch him on Simpy's channel, YT Simpy. I think that's the name of his channel. So go and check that out. And also, guys, like I say, the preview tonight, 7 p.m. I'm not sure whether I have a guest with me, but I'll confirm that later today. And then the 2 watch-alongs tomorrow, the 2 on Sunday, those are all up there. Please go and smash the like on them. Would really appreciate that. Again, smash the like here if you haven't done so already. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. All the information's going across the bottom of the screen there, so you should have all the relevant information. Big up to all of you as always. And I'll catch you here at 7. Take care, guys.